Good morning and welcome to another episode of Mario in the Morning. Just when you thought it was safe to eat a BLT. No, I'm kidding. Costa Dillon's bizarre screwball comedy series has never been beat. Beloved, adored, and often imitated. Today we're going to look and discuss the Killer Tomato movies, but skip the cartoon series. While it's cute, we need to focus on the movies. Tweeter Enigma 1986 asks, should I watch Attack Before Return, or is it standalone? Good God, man, that's like watching The Godfather 2 before the first. No, seriously, the plot actually follows into the second movie, so yes, watch this first movie first. I think the moment that sums this movie up the best is the ending credits that thanks every screwball in San Diego for being an extra in the final scene in the football stadium. It's true, every screwball in town showed up in whatever costume they had, and it makes for a fantastic and ridiculous ending. And that's really the best way I can describe the movie. It's just ridiculous, and the movie really just doesn't hide its intentions at all. It really just goes absolutely nuts, and it's a lot of fun, and it's really silly. And in this first one, you can tell they had no budget, so the Killer Tomatoes are really just some crew members offhand, camera just rolling tomatoes right at the actors. It's pretty bad, but you will never laugh so much in a movie. But it leads directly into the next movie. Okay, forget Ocean's 11, Syriana, Good Night and Good Luck. Forget them all. Because George Clooney's true cinematic masterpiece is actually this movie. Picking up where the last movie ended, our hero from the first movie has opened a sauceless pizza parlor where your favorite Oscar winner George Clooney is an employee of. It really is a lot of fun, and while it's not as screwball as the first movie, it does feature more of an airplane-style comedy, and even back then it shows that Clooney had the chops for comedy. This movie gives a little bit of an explanation as to why the tomatoes are intelligent, which the first movie doesn't even bother to. Also, this movie features a great performance by the great John Astin, and if you're a fan of the Addams Family and the Frighteners, you're really going to enjoy John Astin just being his silly self over here. And also, this movie features one of the funniest product placement setups I have ever seen. It beats anything from the Wayne's World movies. This has the best. Like halfway through the movie, Clooney cuts the whole movie off, and the whole thing is like, oh, okay, we're gonna have product. So the whole scene is like everybody holding up Diet Coke cans and Pepsi, whatever, and it's the whole movie just becomes like, oh, the whole thing, whatever. So this movie is nuts, but forget how nuts the first two movies are, because the next two movies are even more ridiculous. I love that these movies always take a minute at the beginning and flash back to the prior movies to give you a little bit of a history of what's going on. This movie gives you a bit of a Lethal Weapon style set of partners who are investigating tomato-related murders in San Diego. All the while, Dr. Gang Green is sending his killer tomatoes out to kill a tomato researcher who's getting a little too close. Once again, the airplane-style gags are there with sight gags and straight-faced insanity. Take time to pay attention to the signs and the pictures and everything in the background of every single shot. You'll notice a bunch of tomato-related jokes spliced in and little things that you won't even really notice unless you're really particularly paying attention. Alright? Now, I do agree with most people that this isn't the strongest in the series, but it is a lot of fun, and don't let it dissuade you from watching the rest of the movies. After all, this movie does have ninja tomatoes and an attempt to make a giant BLT with a human being sacrifice. What other movie is going to offer that for you? So, let's continue with the rest of the Killer Tomatoes saga. Okay, so far, the Killer Tomatoes Eat France is the last in the series. But let's hope they continue because this one is much funnier than the last one in my opinion. It takes a little while to gain steam, but it's worth the wait. What's the best part, you ask? Well, the best part is either a tomato parachuting off a castle with a bra as a parachute, or the Green Army men representing the giant battle scenes. It's a tie in my opinion. Well, again, thanks for watching Mario in the Morning, and while these movies aren't for everybody, they are a lot of fun. So maybe make a Netflix night out of it and grab all four and laugh. We're hearing talk of a remake, reboot, but of course until it actually happens, I'm not going to get too excited. And please follow AK Tomatoes on Twitter and support these hilarious movies, please. Don't forget to subscribe to Mario in the Morning also. And don't forget to watch next week for a double feature on everybody's favorite bad guys, Nazis. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes! Attack of the Killer Tomatoes!